Yeah, I mean, it's not nothing we can do. It's just
it's a streaming.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's go live.
Hit the button.
Here we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I hope that worked. Oh, it did work.
All right.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest cryptocurrency channel on all the interwebs. My name is Ben.
My name is TJ.
Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency.
We're going to have to say we, I think.
No. I'm trying to pretend you're not here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of the thing. Yeah, guys, if you like money in crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you love Vegas, Vegas, baby.
Vegas, baby.
Vegas, baby. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button. Smash that like button for us. Guys, today we're going to be talking about the crazy day that Cardano had. And we're going to spend some time really looking at, what is going on with the smart contract space. Yeah. And I know TJ loves smart contracts.
I love smart contract platforms. That's one of my favorite types of coins, my favorite use case of cryptocurrencies to invest in. So that is almost exclusively what I hold.
And honestly, me too. That's my favorite niche in crypto for sure. And then I've got some other ones, like we like the graph. That's a totally different niche. Then we like VeChain. That's a totally different niche. But all of our biggest investments pretty much in DeFi, some DeFi obviously, but still having to do with smart contract platforms.
Absolutely.
So, guys, we're in Las Vegas. Shout out to all the guys that I met last night that came and, talked to me here at the Venetian. At Carlos and Ray and Curtis and Paul. Our dude Paul. He was hanging with us.
Paul's awesome.
Yeah, we love Paul for sure.
And, of course, Dimitri, always the man.
Dimitri from the Venetian. Gotta love that guy. Always hooking it up. We went to Cut Steakhouse last night. How was your steak?
Absolutely delicious.
Yeah. They say it's one of the best in Las Vegas. I know there's some kind of more local spots. We did a little gambling. I put $100 on, it was actually Black 26 that I hit. Won, $3,500 on that, and then lost a couple thousand of it playing poker. But we were just having fun last night. Great time out here in Las Vegas. And we met some more guys. If I left you out, don't feel offended on that. But tonight we got to meet up here in Las Vegas. It's going to be at Bar Lucas. It's in the middle of the Palazzo. It's an open bar. Not an open bar for you guys to come buy whatever you want.
An open area. It's
an open area where the bar is on the Palazzo side. The Palazzo side of the Venetian's actually closed right now, the hotel, so it's less crowded over there and stuff. So, y'all, if you're in Las Vegas, if you're in the area, come hang with us tonight. We're going to try to talk to everybody. It depends on how many people are there and stuff, but I like meeting people.
Yeah, it was fun. You always love meeting people, talking. I love meeting people too, but it is a little exhausting. I was exhausted at the end.
Were you?
Yeah.
I don't get exhausted.
I feel like you were ready to go for round 2.
Yeah, I can always go. You guys know today's show brought to you by Rain Energy Drink, because Bang still won't sponsor us.
Yeah. And always Essential Water.
Essential Water, they sent us a case here. We're still trying to find it, but it is here. So, guys, let's talk crypto for a minute. Let's talk crypto prices. I'm going to pull up, by the way, while we're doing this, I'm going to pull up the chat. Or do you want to pull it up? TJ's going to pull up the chat. Guys, Cardano absolutely crushed it yesterday. So let's take a look at the markets and see what's happening. Just refresh, make sure we get the latest information. Bitcoin coming in at $46,577. Ethereum coming in at $1,460. Cardano $1.36, all-time highs. I mean, does my guy Charles lie?
No, he knew what was coming.
Yeah,
he's not, like you said before. He doesn't make announcements that don't mean anything. If he's saying something's happening, pay attention.
Yeah, exactly. Just as sure as the sun will rise in the morning. What? Only OGs get that. Okay, guys. So right now, Cardano coming in at $1.36, and really what we want to do today, like I mentioned earlier, is talk about the smart contract space and is Cardano, because now Cardano is firmly in the number 3 spot. Firmly in the number 3 spot. Can Cardano catch Ethereum on this bull run? We're going to be talking about that. It obviously is the top competitor right now. Polkadot at some point, I think it got all the way up to number 3 or 4 as well. We know Binance Coin just was. Binance Coin down about, 30% since its all-time high last week. And guys, that's the one thing I really want to caution you guys on with Cardano. As you guys know, I'm caught in a very heated love triangle between Charles and Vitalik. It's getting kind of weird is what I'll say. Because you guys know I love Cardano. I've talked favorably about Cardano all year long. Since last year I talked favorably about Cardano. But I also really love Ethereum. And I don't think that it has to be this competition of one wins, one doesn't win. But ultimately one will have more market share than the other. I mean, even if they share it. So it's just kind of a weird place for me because I'm so bullish on Ethereum, and I still am. But when it comes to Cardano, right now at $1.37, even if it goes up to $2, let's say it goes up to $2, at that point, which I said, I thought by the end of February it could hit, we're getting pretty close. You guys got to admit that. It would be, what would that be, like a $60 million market cap, somewhere around there, $65 million market cap, I think. So even then, like if it goes to $2 and Ethereum sits still, I mean, it's still way behind Ethereum.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Just looking at the market caps, basically Cardano would have to 4x from here without Ethereum moving at all.
Did you say 4x?
I did say 4x.
Yeah. So go ahead, continue.
No, it would have to pretty much 4x from here without Ethereum's price moving up at all in order for them to be even and tight. And I don't see that happening. If there's that much pumping going on, I mean, I think Ethereum is going to pop here any day. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of when. It's got to. I mean, I see it's probably a $3,000 Ethereum fairly soon.
Yeah, fairly soon. I mean, guys, it's got to pop. Now, I do want to point out, a lot of people said that I said there would be a $6,500 Ethereum by the middle of April. That's not what I said. What I said was in the video last night. I know a lot of you guys watched it. You guys see I'm still bullish on Ethereum. We are no less bullish on Ethereum than we have been. The price action has just not gone on the schedule we thought that it would. But if you look back at 2017, what happened with Ethereum, if it followed the same track that it followed then, that would put it at $6,500 in April. But that probably won't. That probably will not happen. But I do think he's right. I think $3,000 is, going to happen for sure fairly soon. Disappointed it didn't happen as fast as we wanted, but it is what it is. And by the way, just a reminder, guys. Do want to remind you guys about this. If you're a big fan of Graham Stephan, make sure to smash that like button because we're actually going to be going to Graham Stephan's house after this.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. We're going to be doing a podcast there, and then he's also going to be coming on my show. We're going to be doing an interview with him, and we're going to be talking about kind of like cash out plans for you guys. Like, what are you going to do when you've got all this money? What do you do with it then? Because I get a lot of people with questions like, do I invest it? Do I put in the dollar? Dollar's collapsing. We're going to ask him a lot of that stuff, and I don't know, that may be out on the channel this weekend, maybe Monday or Tuesday. So just depends on how long it takes us to get it edited and up. So I did want to remind you guys of that. Graham's been phenomenal. I talked to him last night on the phone.
Super nice.
Super nice guy. And he's not as a degenerate of gambler as I am. That's what I'll say. But that surprises probably no one.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the topic at hand here. Just checking in. Bitcoin 46.8. It went up to 48,000. The more we go up to 48,000 and get rejected, and it doesn't get back up to the $52,000 range, it does seem almost imminent at this point. I think after we didn't get the push up yesterday, I do think it's going to go somewhere between 42 and 44 again. Do you disagree with that?
42 and 44?
Yeah.
When? By when? This weekend or
no?
Just
I mean,
soon?
before it pops back up.
I don't know. I don't think it'll go below 45. That's just my gut, but we'll see. I think 45 is the number that I'm looking at, and we'll see what happens over the weekend and
Tomorrow is Sunday.
Yeah.
And it's the last day of the month.
Yeah.
So we could have some effery, as they call it, I guess. And I think that's a thing to kind of pay attention to, be a little nervous for tomorrow. And I think I'll tell my stop loss on the airplane story. So this is pretty funny. I guess we're still up in the challenge, but I lost my gains from yesterday again. I made it all back and then I lost it. So we're still up. We're still up 5K in our 10K to 100K challenge. But TJ warned me. He said you don't need to be trading this weekend. Like just don't trade this weekend. Not because I can't be focused and trade and be in Vegas, but more like don't trade this weekend because we said yesterday it was a trading hazard on the show. It is a trading hazard. Trading on the last weekend of the month.
Take your own advice is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. It kind of sucks. I hate to listen to people, but if I were to listen to someone,
it's going to be you.
You would think it would be me. So anyways, guys, so what happened is I got on the plane and I got the Wi-Fi. I paid for the Wi-Fi on the plane. It's like a little secret here. If you're on more than a 3-hour flight that's a round trip, it's actually cheaper to just pay the monthly. So I pay $50 for the month and it covers me for the round trip. And I got the Wi-Fi, and it just wasn't great. Like, I couldn't get Audible to work. I was trying to listen to some Internet of Money by Andres Antonopoulos and stuff like that. Couldn't get it to work. And so I pulled up Bybit because I was bored, obviously, on the plane.
We should probably not have our hands on tables shaking the camera.
Oh, okay. He just scolded me live on air.
Do
not scold me live on air.
But I just realized I was bouncing my knee that was shaking it, and I was like, I shouldn't do that. And then I realized, but anyway.
So what happened is I'm on the plane. I got intermittent Wi-Fi. And I'm checking it, and I see I got in, I think, at like 46,000, and then it drops, and I set my stop loss at $46,400. But I looked and I was like, okay, well, this thing is going to bounce off of 45. And so I went to move my stop loss down. I didn't think it would get to 45,400, but when it did, I said, oh man, I need to move it down because I knew it was going to bounce up. And sure enough, I would have almost completed the challenge in that one trade. But the Wi-Fi went out and I couldn't change the stop loss. I kept hitting like change stop loss, and it would go like time exceeded, and I just kept hitting it. 5 minutes later, by the time it came up, I'd already been stopped out. So that was I'm in the Mile High Club now.
Right.
In the Mile High Club.
What did we learn is don't trade on the plane.
Don't trade on a plane.
Or at the end of the month when futures are expiring on a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a new Samuel L. Jackson movie.
Yeah.
Trades on a plane.
Trades on a
plane. Trades on a plane. Ah, no, liquidation. It's very funny. I just got wicked out. I got stopped out. I didn't get liquidated. So haven't been liquidated in a while, so that's pretty good.
Let's keep it down.
Okay, so guys, let's talk about, so that's what's going on with Bitcoin. It's kind of hovering in this range. I think we could see some really crazy stuff tomorrow. We'll have to check and see what happens there. Biggest winners of the day, we obviously have Cardano. Reserve Rise were putting out some stuff on Twitter saying like how much they've been building lately. Then you got Theta Fuel, Stellar, and Elron up again today.
Yeah, eGold's had a good week.
Yeah, eGold has been doing well. So let's talk about, well, I can't pull it up now, but you guys make sure to join our Bybit trading competition, by the way. You guys go to bitboycrypto.com/Bybit. Actually, I'll pull that up right now so you guys can see that. If you head on over to bitboycrypto.com/Bybit, let's check and see how many people have signed up for the contest so far and how much money we're giving away on this. Don't forget to do it. You can do it right here. Join our Bybit trading competition here. Click that. You're going to go here. We've got 294 participants, so we're giving away $3,000 right now. Pretty good.
So super chat from Mike Osho is $1,000 a decent amount to leverage trade?
It can be $1,000. You got to start somewhere, but this is what you have to keep in mind. The smaller the amount that you have, the more careful you got to be with your risk management, because it can take one bad trade and wipe out a big percentage of your account and fees and stuff.
Fees, that's what I was about to say. I mean, you're going to get, it's a lot easier to get eaten up in fees when you have less amount. I mean, because you're paying the fees either way. So if you have larger amounts to trade back and forth, you obviously make more gains.
Well, you have to make sure that when you take profits, when you've got a small account, that you're far enough in the profit that you're not going to close the trade and be negative because of the fees. So the fees are percentage based, and they can get pretty high depending on what's happening. You got funding rates, you got a lot of stuff that goes into it. I really want to do more videos on. I want to have a playlist, so if people are interested in this, they can go watch that playlist and understand everything about it. Yeah. Whether it's the funding rates, the fees. We talked about leverage, how leverage works in a video yesterday. If you guys like that video, drop a comment down below and make sure to smash the like button. But we're giving away $3,000 on this Bybit competition. All you got to do is go there. But really, the main thing that I want to talk about, Cardano, right? It is now the third largest cryptocurrency by market cap. There's my boy Charles. Crypto Crow's having a good day today.
I bet he is.
He's having a good day today. But the native cryptocurrency of the Cardano blockchain, ADA, has broken to a fresh all-time high at $1.30 per coin. That's good enough to become the third largest. We know that. A competitor to the Ethereum blockchain gives a little bit of the history. It's been swept up in the bull market. And guys, this is what I want to tell you guys. This is what I want you guys to think about here with this. There's a lot of excitement about Cardano right now. And, I don't want to be Debbie Downer by any stretch of imagination, because as you guys know, on Twitter, and let's go to Twitter real quick and show you guys that tweet that I put out last night. Make sure you're following us on Twitter, of course. We're at 153.9 thousand followers. Let's see if we can get that up to 155 today. Will be really nice. But I made this tweet right here, which is, can you guys believe a guy bought 500K of ADA 2 weeks ago? What a genius. Science. And I can tell you with surety that now if you watch, those were profits that we took from Bybit, from trading, the trades you guys saw, we pulled out 500K. It was 10 Bitcoin at the time, and we bought Cardano with it. Yep. How does that look now?
Pretty good.
I'm just saying, some things don't age well, some things do. That's one of those things that people will look back on and say, man, like, what a ballsy move. And it worked out, and it has actually been the hedge in our portfolio.
Yeah, I was going to say, now at this point, if it keeps going on the trajectory that it is, it won't take long before we have a larger holding of Cardano than we do of Ethereum.
Yeah,
I mean, dollar-wise anyway.
It would be our number one holding. Yeah, after
if it gets
Ethereum.
a couple bucks or something.
Well, yeah, if it goes to $2 and Ethereum stays where it's at, that'll get us pretty close, I think.
Yeah,
pretty close. So I don't mind it. Like I said, I'm in a love triangle. We're in a threesome with ETH and ADA. Not ETH and ADA. That's not a person. ETH and ADA. That sounds weird. Ethereum and Cardano was a better. God, man, maybe
too many love triangles.
Too many love triangles around here. There's some going on in this room right now, even, okay? But the thing is that everybody don't get to the point where you lose sight of the way these cryptocurrency markets work. And I think that's something that is extremely, extremely important to keep in mind. Because when you look here, I just want you guys to remember how this looked last week, right? How this looked last week was Binance Coin in the number 3 spot. And what was the conversation last week?
Binance Smart Chain is going to kill Ethereum.
That's it. Can Binance, can it kill Ethereum? Look at everything that's going on. And now look how far it's dropped. I think it's probably dropped more than Ethereum did in the last week. No, not actually. It says 27% and 18%. But I think that's because of the big gains it had before. I think if we were to actually look at this chart and we were to look at Binance versus Ethereum over the last 5 days, I think you'll see Binance Coin is actually probably dropped more.
Well, and that's one thing that's really important to keep in mind in this space, too, is a lot of things in cryptocurrency are very hype-driven, very emotional-driven. Yeah. Big news comes out, big articles comes out. Like you said, last week, if you ask people, like, Binance Smart Chain was the best thing and nobody else cared about anything else. It's going to crush it. It had the backing of Binance. So everybody rushes into the Binance Smart Chain, probably a lot of people at the top, buying at the top, and now it starts to kind of come back down and settle back into reality. And that's something to keep in mind, even with something like Cardano pumping right now. Like when something pumps 25% in one day, like that's a good sign that, hey, maybe I should be paying attention to this project. Maybe I should start learning more about it, do my research, see if I really like it. That doesn't mean like go run in and buy it all right now because everybody's buying, everybody's talking about it. I don't really know much about it, and it's up, because then what happens? Then it retraces a little bit. And if you don't know the fundamentals about why you're getting into something, it's a lot harder to have strong hands when the dips come. Yeah. And the dips always come.
Because we're in Ethereum because we believe in decentralized Web 3.0. We believe in everything Ethereum represents. Absolutely. And obviously Cardano, Polkadot, they represent a lot of the same things, right? But that's why we know it's nothing to do with the price right now. Like, we like the price to be up for sure. Like, you got a lot of those people out there, they're like, oh, I love when the dips come so we can load up more. Like, we got plenty of ETH. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't loading up any more ETH. We're loading up on other stuff when dips happen. So, like, let's just see it run. Let's see it go. So that's I don't ever want you guys to think, like, when these dips happen, like, yes, they are opportunities. We don't like these dips. I like the prices to go up. It's good for the channel. It's good for you guys. It's good for everybody. It's good for us. The bottom line, the portfolio goes up and things like that. But we're big into Ethereum because we understand the greater thing Ethereum represents. I got a message from somebody about 2 days ago, or maybe it was yesterday. I can't remember. I think it was yesterday. And it said, hey, I'm thinking about selling the same thing a lot of you guys are saying. But instead of Ethereum, he said, I think I'm going to sell my Chainlink and I want to get into Cardano. Well, Chainlink was just at $35 the other day. And right now it's coming in at $25. Okay? This is not when you want to do this. You don't want to sell an asset. And this is what I told him. And this is why it's so important you guys understand. Like, we are teaching you guys the right way to do this.
Right.
There's no in the middle here. Like, the right way to do it is to wait for your coin to pump that you're in, and then take profits or cash that out and move that over to something that hasn't pumped.
Right.
But so often you guys want to do it the opposite way.
Right. Like right now, everybody that was in Ethereum, it pumped a little bit. They see all this other stuff pumping, and then they start to get FOMO, and they sell their Ethereum while it's down and move into these other coins that have pumped. Yeah. And then when Ethereum does have that pop that we keep talking about, which will happen, and it'll happen fast, everybody's going to start trying to run back to Ethereum, and now you've lost the pump on both of them now.
Exactly. And that's
real quick though, super chat from Vito Lewis asking about Polygon and Ren, where Polygon is the rebrand of Matic. We like both of those projects.
Yeah, we do like both of them. So the thing is while right now I'm talking about Chainlink and Cardano or Ethereum and Cardano, the concept is the same. It doesn't matter which coins we're talking about. Now, if you're in Deep Brain Chain from 2017, it's probably okay to sell out, right?
Yeah, that one ain't coming back. That's one of my biggest losers, by the way. It's such a great theory.
Yeah, it was such a great idea, but the ideas don't always conceptualize.
Speaking of hype, so no, everything we're saying, we speak from experience. We've made all these mistakes ourselves. Like we've done all of these things, which is why we're trying to help you guys not repeat the same mistakes we have. So I bought a lot of Deep Brain Chain. I lost all my money on it.
Yeah. So
never coming back.
Deep Brain Chain actually had a subreddit, and it got hacked like 2 years ago. Maybe it's a year and a half ago. It's probably 2 years ago. The project was already dead when it got hacked. Like, it had been like, you would watch, they would post every day, and they started posting like every couple days and every couple weeks, and then like they just stopped posting completely on the subreddit. And a guy actually hacked the subreddit, and every day he posts, like, for a while, I don't know if he's still doing it, was like, today, this is your daily reminder that Deep Brain Chain is an exit scam or whatever it was. And it's just like, it's so funny. But that's what I want to talk about is just remember, like, these are important concepts we're teaching you. The coins change. It's not a good idea to move out of a coin that's dropped to get in a coin that's literally at its all-time high. Like, where's the risk-reward ratio here? Like, how much higher can it really go versus how much lower can it go? Like, yeah, it could go up to $2 in a week, right? But what do you guys think is more likely, that it goes up to $2 in a week or that it retraces back to $1? And starts bouncing off $1 as support.
Or even $1.20 or something. Yeah, I mean, it's due to retrace.
Yeah. And so when things are in price discovery, I know it's a little bit difficult, but I want to talk about, so we love smart contract platforms. Like, it's something that I've been very passionate about for a long time. In the beginning, when I started getting interested in the space, like, I was in the wrong ones, like Tron. I'm not a big fan of Tron and what they're doing, like, you know, paying celebrities to tweet about them and then hiding it. But the thing is there an Ethereum killer out there? Will we actually see Ethereum move down, and will we see something during this cycle get above it? There's a lot of competitors. You've got Cardano, you've got Polkadot, you've got Cosmos, and you've got Solana. You, of course, got Elrond. We talk about Elrond a lot, so we're not going to have it for this conversation. But out of those projects, which one do you think is actually the most likely to be, you know, to replace Ethereum's market cap?
To replace its market cap?
To make it number 2, it's spot on CoinMarketCap.
I mean, I think Cardano is most likely to be the number 2 spot on market cap. But I think there's a lot of opportunity with a lot of those other ones. Like, if you scroll, like, they can see all this, right? Like, if you scroll down and look at, where do we have, like, Cosmos here at 4.
Yep.
Solana here at 3.5. There's no reason they can't be right up here in the 160s, 50 range. And so, you know, you get huge returns on some of those if they were to take on. I think there's going to be multiple smart contract platforms in the future. I don't think it's going to be one or the other. I don't think it's going to be like one that rules them all. There'll be trade-offs with all of them, and I think Ethereum has a huge market share. Cardano has good product, good development, good core developers, and all that kind of stuff. But if you look at Cosmos and Solana, I really like Solana a lot because of, I don't know if we're going to hop into this next story about the Coinbase Mafia, but
yeah, we'll pull that up.
Yeah, basically in crypto, it's a very small circle of people, and so sometimes it's hard to kind of pinpoint why all these coins are going to pump. But if you look who's getting involved with them, if you kind of watch the behind the scenes of where money's going, what actions people are taking, you can kind of surmise or, you know, pull out some different insights that give you pretty good indicators of where coins are going to go. So what first got my attention was when I heard Coinbase was building USDC on Solana. That was like, hey, wait a minute, why what is this Solana thing? Why are they built? Like, the guys who know probably as much about what's going on within the inner circles of the cryptocurrency space, they're building on this project that not a lot of other people are talking about. It's not in the press. It's not, you know, like, it's not a mainstream coin, which ironically these same guys control all those media platforms too. So like, if they wanted it to be out there and they wanted everybody talking about it, you'd be hearing about it. But they're not, you know, they're just keeping that one. That's probably of all of them that we talk about. I mean, we talk about Solana, but of all the other channels and media platforms, you don't hear Solana mentioned hardly at all, even though it's extremely solid project, extremely solid tech, and backed by some really, really big players in the space, which is kind of starting to come out now with the Coinbase IPO. They're having to release their financials, and we're starting to see, it's a pretty small circle.
Yeah, it's basically Brian Armstrong, who no relation to me, by the way, that I know of.
Yeah.
You can tell because of the difference in our hair. The now billionaire chief executive, that's the CEO, and his co-founder, Fred Ursum, who went on to create Paradigm Operations, fellow billionaire Fred Wilson of Union Square, Andreessen Horowitz's Chris Dixon, and then also, if you come down here, including the influential group is Dan Morehead, who is the founder of Pantera Capital, the largest blockchain investment fund. Then, of course, Digital Currency Group, Barry Silbert, behind Grayscale. And then, of course, the Winklevoss twins are involved in that, also who are big on Solana. So I think there's a lot here. And, you know, there really is a, oh, look at that, who Moorhead and Brian Armstrong met on Reddit. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. We met on Instagram.
We did.
Yeah, he slid in my DMs.
Never left.
Never left. He's always been there. So, guys, here's the thing. This is not, and this is kind of a separate conversation. There are other mafias in cryptocurrency. Yeah. You need to know that. Some are actual literal criminal elements. We know that does exist in cryptocurrency, right? We're not dummies. I mean, it's a very small percentage of overall transactions, but there is that side to it. But then you also have other types of not real mafias, like kind of, crypto cartels, if you will, that are big, powerful name people in the space that are all connected and they're all pushing narratives. That's why when we talk about projects like Frontier, when we talk about projects like, not Zero Chain, what was the other one we did? Frontier and APY Finance, right? Some of that big money is behind these kinds of projects, and that's why I talk about them. And a lot of people message me and they say like, oh, you know, how long am I going to hold this Frontier? Until it's obvious you should sell it. Because these projects have these same types of people behind them with the big money. All we've done on this channel is obviously we've grown a lot. I've got a huge research team. I got people with pull in a lot of places. I've got people with feelers out, and we front run some of this money here. Yeah. And so what might happen is you see these go up, you see people sell and try to force people out of these projects. But Frontier and APY Finance will be huge projects. These will be top 100 projects in the next year, I believe, for sure. I don't think there's any way around it. Now, will they go up and go back down? I don't know. But you guys definitely want to wait for those pops. But going back to the conversation, I think when we're looking at Ethereum and we're looking at its competitors. Now, Polkadot is something we are going to start focusing on a little bit more on this channel. We talked about some of the IDOs yesterday. I'm invested in some of these.
Ryan Ramshot Bondley video, I think 2 today, right?
2 p.m. today, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Bondley video, 6 p.m. tonight. Very beginner introductory level tutorial on Market Cipher. We're going to be doing a lot of those Market Cipher tutorials. You know what's interesting is last night I was playing with a young lady at the roulette table, and she mentioned the green dot. And then like I hit 26. This is pretty funny. I hit 26 on roulette with $100 on it, so I won like $3,500. And I said, I don't know, should I double it? And you know what she said to me? She said, lock in your profits. I didn't catch her name, but she was really cool. And, it just made me realize when she was talking about a green dot, like, my gosh, everybody likes Market Cipher. Yeah. Almost everybody we talk to has Market Cipher.
That is true, yeah. A lot of big fans of Market Cipher.
It works. Uh-oh, guys, we got a phone call.
There's Carrie with our water.
There's Carrie with our water.
Hello.
Let's find out what's happening.
Yes.
There he is. Guys, this is live. This is tense. This is like reality TV right here. Oh, gosh.
So, Colin Johnson, with major alts at awesome discounts, what does BTC need to do to cause a pop in larger cap alts? Will smaller cap alts follow that? So, yeah, I mean, basically, you've heard him talk about kind of the fondue fountain of how it flows down. I mean, basically, what Bitcoin needs to do for large cap alts to pop is trade sideways. And when anytime you see sideways action for Bitcoin or ranging more or less, that's when the big caps.
That's like when we saw some of these starting to move, like Ethereum earlier in the week. You have Bitcoin caught between 48 and 52, and once it plunged below that, Now it's very rare what's pumping.
Do 41 Kraken, what's up? He just wanted us to say hey.
Squeak, squeak. Okay. All right, so listen. I want to get back to this with Polkadot and Cosmos and Solana. So Solana is more of a kind of like Ethereum Cardano competitor, right? Mm-hmm. But what a lot of people don't know about Polkadot and Cosmos and also Avalanche is these are what are called like multi-chain ecosystems. They're actually designed to be like heavily interoperable and bring more, kind of blockchains to their blockchain. And it's a little bit different than what Ethereum does. So one thing that Matic is doing with its Polygon rebrand is it's actually trying to bring this multi-chain ecosystem that you have with Cosmos and you have with DOT into Ethereum and make Ethereum one of those as well, because Matic uses these things called plasma sidechains, and it's able to do something similar to kind of like what Cosmos can do and Polkadot can do. Oh, how do you see that shaping up? Like, how do you see the kind of race between these multi-chain ecosystems and then like Cardano, Ethereum, Solana, stuff like that?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I think it'll kind of come in phases and waves, kind of like we've seen with some of these other crazes with NFTs, and like it comes, you see it, it'll come out, and I think we'll start to see all these interoperability chains really pop up, and we'll start to see the most killer decentralized apps start to be on all blockchains, and then based on the users and the transactions and the communities and all these different types of things, I think we'll start to see things kind of shift one way or the other, which is how Ethereum could stay relevant while Cardano continues to grow, or vice versa. Once it's interoperable and it's easy for developers to port from one chain to another chain, it's easy for users to jump in back between chains. I think it'll make the whole system much more robust, and the incentives will get really interesting. Ethereum they'll like right now they have to solve their scalability problems, or they know they're going to lose market share, and the easier that gets,
they'll lose everything down the road.
Of course, but the easier that gets with the interoperability, the more critical all those design network choices become. So it'll be interesting to watch. I think you guys have to understand also how long Ethereum has been number 2. Now, there was a brief period, I think in early 2019, maybe it was late 2018, where XRP passed Ethereum. And I think it also passed it during the bull run. God, where is XRP?
It's 7. Yeah, it's not doing too bad. I'm still at 44 cents. I mean, pretty comparable to where it was. It just never got a big pop, after the SEC lawsuit. But, what I would say is this is kind of something I can see happening this year. I think I can see Cardano getting up to about $2, Ethereum then having its run. I don't know where it's going to end up at. I could see a scenario where some point this year, Cardano could actually like inch past Ethereum briefly, like just kind of like Binance Chain just did, like not past Ethereum, but it went up to number 3, like get right above it and then go back down. Ethereum make some distance again. That's kind of, but excuse me, that would be, if we saw that would be a huge accomplishment for any project at this point to be able to do that.
Absolutely. Like we're looking at with the market. With the market cap, it's not even close right now. It would have to 4x. So that would be a huge. No other project's been up in the $100 billion.
Still going up. Look at that. Still going up. $1.38. Wow. That's wild. Unbelievable. So, you good?
I'm good.
Yeah, guys. Thanks for joining us today. We know it's a little unorthodox show today due to us being here in Las Vegas, and we've decided from now on we're going to have like a mobile setup, so it'll be a little more professional than just us sitting at a table with light in my face with a no good microphone. So, guys, thank you so much for watching the show today. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Oh no, TJ. Oh no, TJ. I was
just gonna say, don't forget to smash the likes. Don't forget to go check out Graham Stephan. We're gonna be hanging out with him later. Come to the Venetian tonight. We've got the meetup
7 to 11.
7 to 11. And then that's pretty much all I got.
All right, guys, that is all we got. Thank you so much for watching.
Oh, Hit Network. Go check out. If you want to see the behind the scenes stuff of like,
make sure to sign up for this too. By the way, sign up for the competition.
Yeah.
But let's go check that out really quick. Don't forget to check out Hit Network. Let's see here. Oh, here it is. It's right here. So you guys make sure we got 74.5 thousand subscribers. We've got a new video coming out for you guys like here very soon.
As soon as we end the stream, we're going to upload the next one. So you'll see kind of a daily vlog of right before we left, and then you'll start to see some of the behind the scenes of the Vegas stuff and all that kind of stuff. So check that out. Two of those coming up.